taken hundreds of product photos for clients over the years. And I've got to be honest with you, some of the best results I've had is with smartphones like this iPhone right here. And in today's video, I'm gonna show you how you can shoot professional looking product photos with your iPhone 16 Pro Max using portrait mode. Let's do this. So today, we're doing some product photography with iPhone's portrait mode. And the star of today's show is this 70s inspired watch from FERROW and Company. We're gonna have some fun today with some vintage style photo shots. There is just way too much processing happening in portrait mode, so you need to give it as much light as possible. So I'm gonna be using a studio light today, and I've got here just a very basic, cheap softbox right here with a honeycomb grid, and I'm using these UN Molis X100 100 watts. You don't need 100 watts for this kind of photography. A 60 watt COB light is going to be perfect, but you know, I like more power. More power, rabbit! And with this watch, you want to get some nice reflections on the side, so having that studio light that I can move around, that's going to be the bonus. Next, we're gonna need a tripod. Now I'm gonna do some of my shots freehand, but we're gonna be mixing up different angles, so you need a decent tripod. Now, this is my go-to tripod because I can undo it here, bang. Yeah, eventually got there. There you go. I've got a center column that's gonna go all the way over my product scene. And this is a K&F concept tripod. I'll link it below, but you're doing product photography with your phone, you're gonna need one of these. Now, the secret to any successful product shoot is getting the theme and the scene all perfect. Now, as I mentioned, this is a 70s inspired retro style watch, and we're gonna build a theme around it. Now, what better way to get inspiration than going to a few antique shops? Now, my mission here while shopping for props was to keep within the time period. I was looking for props that were made in the 70s or even earlier just to fit with my theme. I'll also need some filler props, but I'll get onto that a bit later. Man, I got really lucky because I got a whole bunch of 70s gear, including this 70s inspired radio, which to my surprise still works. And as I mentioned before, you're gonna need some filler props, lots of texture, different surfaces that you can play with. And I had a whole bunch of stuff lying around in my house. But I've got loads of stuff lying around. It's gonna be perfect for this photo shoot. Picked up the MJ record, and this was done in the 70s too, but I just bought it because I wanted it. Probably won't use it in the photo shoot, but I've got nice lamps here. I've got some rope, plenty of texture in all of these antique. I even got some like bits of wood and stuff. It just builds texture. So we are gonna have some fun with all of this right here. So I'm gonna set up the first scene for you. I'll be right back. Let's wheel that light in. Here we go. Now we've still got a lot of light leakage coming on from over there, but we will manipulate and move this around to suit our scene a little bit more. There we go. We've got rid of all of the shadows now from the back. The only light source is going to come from this. There we go. Now we've got full control over all of our lighting, and we've got the black card which we can manipulate. Right, now we're going to start building the scene, getting those props on the table. Right, you can see now we've got our scene all set. What I'm trying to do here, we're using portrait mode on the iPhone, and we're gonna get foreground and background when we're doing this kind of thing. So you can see here what I've done with the playing cards. They're leading all the way up to that watch, which is the hero of this photo shoot. And then we've got a whole bunch of stuff in the background that's just gonna add texture and interest to our shoot. So a couple of things that I wanna do here. I'm gonna hit on this f-stop icon on the top right. It defaults at 4.5. I think that's a little bit unnatural. So I'm gonna increase that to around 6.3. Just give it a bit more of a natural background and foreground blur. Next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tap on that watch, tap and then hold. Now I can slide it down and bring down that exposure slightly. Just take away some of that brightness around the edge. And what I can do now is I can move my light to manipulate how that scene looks. Look at that, darker in the background, more light in the background, but I can also see how that light is affecting the watch because it's highly reflective and I want a good reflection on the edge. And that looks about perfect for me. So I'm gonna snap that shot. And don't stop there, move the props around, get creative, play with that scene, see what kind of shots you can get. This is the time to be creative. Right, check out this scene right here. I've got that watch on that radio. I just hung it on the aerial right here. There's just a few little objects in the background, but we're gonna do an isolation shot. Portrait mode once again. I'm just gonna press that. Tell you what, I was looking through my props and I found this old, rusted little grey box. It's got a little bit of rust, lots of texture. Now sometimes simple shots are the best. Just a texture background with that watch and I got some great shots. Didn't even need any more props. So we just moved this light around here so that we can get some reflections on this side. So now I'm in portrait mode here and I'm gonna do this freehand as well. Don't worry about the outside, so we're gonna crop that up in Lightroom. It just showcased that watch in all its beauty. These shots are brilliant for just getting that isolated shot of that product, showing it in its full beauty. And we can move this around. Have it on the side here, like that. Move the light a little bit again. So product photography doesn't need to be overly complicated. If you get your story nailed and have a very clear vision on the theme, it doesn't matter what equipment you use. You don't need a whole bunch of expensive equipment. Just your iPhone 16 Pro Max, some decent lighting, and some props, and you're ready to go. I've just proved that you could take great shots with iPhone's portrait mode. If you're a small business and you want some product shots of your products for your website or social media, this is gonna be perfect. Now there's obviously more advanced techniques. You can use the Pro Camera app if you need something of higher quality. But like I said, social media, on your website, this is gonna do the job perfectly. Thanks for watching, guys. Now, if you want to learn more about product photography with your smartphone, you want to check out this video right here, and I'll see you in the next one.